Hello, and welcome to this edition of Be Kind to Your Mind, Wellness Break Anytime. We have 15 minutes together. Let's not waste a moment of it and get started. So if you haven't visited these videos before, we're going to take about 5 minutes for a reflection, meditation, 5 minutes for breathing, and 5 minutes for stretching. And what our theme is today is getting overwhelmed. So we're going to talk a little bit about what it feels like in our mind, in our body, in our spirit when we get overwhelmed. And we're going to try to envision flipping that sense of overwhelming from a negative to a positive. So thank you again for being here on this little 15-minute journey with me. Let's get started with some stretching. So you can take these stretches seated or standing. Wherever you're at, please just bring your both feet flat on the ground so you feel nice and connected with the floor beneath you. If you're seating, sit up a little taller, rest your hands on your thighs. If you're standing, just let your arms relax down by your side. You may close your eyes for this if you like and just listen to my voice. I'll guide you along the way, or you can keep them open, whatever is most comfortable for you. So from wherever you're at, let's first imagine a string tied right to the crown of our heads. And now imagine that string pulling you up nice and tall. So that string is drawing your crown up towards the ceiling or the sky. Take a nice big inhale in here and exhale out any tension. And now with this nice tall crown, you can feel the back of your neck long. Your chin is parallel with the floor, so you're not looking up or looking down at the moment. Take a moment, notice any tension in your face, your jaw, your shoulders. Try to soften and release that tension. And take another deep inhale in, and just notice how the upper body is feeling as you're sitting or standing here. Notice any areas that feel especially tight today that you might want to spend a little extra time on. And with your next inhale, I want you to shrug your shoulders up really high next to your ears. Inhale, hold that tension. And then exhale, release the shoulders, breathe it out. Good, let's do this 3 more times. So inhale, curl those shoulders up towards the ears, and exhale, breathe it out. Good, 2 more, inhale. Exhale, good. Another one, inhale. And exhale, good. Bring the fingertips right to the tops of the shoulders. Now bring the elbows in front of you and start to just do some gentle arm circles. So inhaling and exhaling as you move here, just opening up. Maybe you slow and widen your circles. Notice how that changes the stretch, opening the chest. Maybe narrow your circles a little bit. Good. And then when you're ready, let's switch directions. So we're really going to work on releasing that upper body tension today. If you have a few minutes, you can always do a little standing forward fold to release any back or lower body tension. That's good for the hamstrings. Breathe. Good. One more here. Excellent. Good, let's reach that right arm up nice and long, right alongside the ear. And now swim that arm down, reaching long with the fingertips. So reach, 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 reach all the way down. And when your hand is by your side, flip the palm up, inhale the arm back up. Good. Turn the palm towards the ground, press like you're pressing a balloon down towards the ground. Find that resistance, good. Inhale up, good. So you're reaching long. Good, and exhale down and you're moving with your breath. Very mindful movement. Excellent. Let's move to the other side. So inhale, hand right alongside the ear. Good. Flip the palm, press it down like you're pressing something away. Good. When you reach the bottom, inhale up. Good. Exhale down. Good. So nice and slow movements keep us really nice and mindful. Excellent. Exhale, last one down, and let's take a little twist. So sit up nice and tall once more. Take your right hand, place it on top of the left knee, or if you're standing, just place the left hand on the outside of the right thigh. Twist to the right. So keep that crown long. Don't forget about that length through the spine. So you find some space in the rib cage to lengthen and breathe. Good. Twist back to center. Now take that left hand to the outside of that, right hand to the outside of that left knee or to the outside of that left thigh. Sit up nice and tall. Twist to the left. Again, if you want to continue this stretch a little bit more, either now or after this video, you can stand and do some hip circles. Good. And exhale back to center. Wonderful. All right, so let's talk about getting overwhelmed, and let's do a short breathing and meditation practice in conjunction with that. So very often we find ourselves overwhelmed when we're faced with things that feel stressful, that feel negative. I want to talk about finding some space to feel overwhelmed with things that bring us happiness, bring us joy, make us feel content. So my challenge for you today and after this video is to, on your next maybe walk outside, time with a loved one, notice how you're feeling. So maybe just bring an image to your mind right now. Perhaps you're on your favorite trail, you're outdoors, and you notice the color of the sky, the sound of the birds. Bring that vision to mind with you right now. And I want you to imagine feeling overwhelmed with the peace that that moment brings you. And what we're doing as we create this mindful practice is we're putting some things in a toolkit that maybe we don't need right now. But when we become overwhelmed and stressed, we can reach for that toolkit and we can remember that moment where we felt overwhelmed with joy, with beauty, with peace. And we can use that moment to help bring us back to center so we don't spiral out of control in the stress and the negativity. So take a deep breath into that feeling, into that space. And perhaps for you, it's not being outside in nature. Perhaps for you, it's being with somebody that you love. Maybe it's a hobby that you enjoy so much. What I'm looking for you to capture here is that moment where everything else slips away, where you're not concerned about the past or the future, but you're living right in that moment. So remember what that is for you. And if you can't think of anything right now, that's okay, but go look for it. Pay attention. And if this feels like an overwhelming task to try to seek something out right now, perhaps go back to the video on observing your thoughts, because that's where the practice begins. When we start paying attention to what fills us with joy. Those things that we can put in that toolkit to bring back out in those times when we're feeling less joyful. So do that work. That's your homework. That is your activity to take with you at the end of this practice. And if you need to come back and revisit any of the videos, you can do that at any time. But let's take a few minutes here to breathe together before we end for today. So hopefully you brought an image or a sensation into you about feeling overwhelmed with joy, with love, with peace. And now I want to create another image for you. So if you could, please close your eyes. Keep that nice tall spine. Shake out any tension that might have created. Keep the soles of the feet on the ground. I want you to feel grounded. I want you to feel connected with the ground, the earth beneath you. So with your eyes closed, take a big deep inhale in and exhale through the nose or the mouth, sigh it out. Let's take 3 deep breaths together. So big inhale in through the nose and exhale out. Good. And now this time with your inhale, I want you to imagine that you're not just filling your belly, you're filling your side body, your outer rib cage. So big inhale into the belly and expand to the rib cage. And exhale out. And now with your next inhale, we're going to expand to the back body. So imagine you have wings along the back of your rib cage. Inhale in to those wings, expand. This is 360-degree breathing, your whole diaphragm. Big inhale and exhale out. So please continue with that expanded breath. So if it feels a little sticky at first, that's okay. Keep working through it. Just use that imagery. That's why it's nice to close our eyes so we can really feel what's happening in our bodies. And maybe you can place your hands on your abdomen. You can place your hands on your rib cage, on the sides of your waist, and breathe into that space. And exhale it out. And now with this breath, don't lose touch with your breath. Maybe you want to let go a little bit of that conscious breathing. Let your breath resume its normal pattern. And let's come back to getting overwhelmed. Let's bring to mind something that makes us feel connected, that makes us feel at peace. Again, something that lets go of the past and the future, brings us right into that present moment. For the purposes of this video, let's just imagine ourselves on the beach for a second, at the edge of the ocean. And let's imagine those waves like those feelings of overwhelm. And remember, we're flipping that script, so we're looking for the things that overwhelm us with joy, with love. So those waves are easy, they are gentle, but they are rhythmic. They go in like your breath, they go out. And it doesn't stop. They go in and they go out, just like your breath. And each time they go in, they bring that sense of peace. And each time that wave leaves, it takes something away, something you don't need, something you can let go. So in, bringing that peace, bringing that joy, exhale, letting go. And maybe those waves come up a little closer to your toes. Just a little bit of sensation reminding you that at any point you can reach into that toolkit and bring yourself back to this moment. You can use this practice when you're feeling overwhelmed with the stress. Keep breathing in and out by bringing yourself to the overwhelm, the joy. Let's take one more big inhale in here together. Start bringing ourselves back to the present moment. So I'm sorry, but we're leaving the beach for right now. Maybe you don't like the beach. You can use the lake, whatever you need to use, whatever moment you need. Bring yourself back into your body. Place your hands back on your thighs if they've slipped off. Start to feel that sensation, the warmth of your hands on your legs. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Open your eyes now if they're still closed. Let's take a nice final breath in together. So big inhale in and exhale out. Bring your hands right to your heart center, right in a prayer position. Now place your thumbs on your sternum. Now lift your sternum to meet your thumbs, sitting up nice and tall. Thank you for joining me for this 15-minute practice. I hope that you found it beneficial. Please, I invite you to go back and look at any of the other previous videos that we've done. I hope you have a wonderful day and be well.